What is going on, everybody? Site Perspectives GeoFucks here. And there was a post on Twitter that was basically a reposting from TikTok, because we just share on various different social media platforms, which is kind of dope when you sit down and think about it. But everything has to be in moderation. You know what I mean? Drink your water. Drink your water. But there was the post that they reshared from TikTok to Twitter, and it was about this man and his wife and his partner, and the person couldn't conceive because they had a health condition that made it difficult for them to conceive and be able to become pregnant and give birth and what have you. And the way the health condition kind of functuate, apparently from what we're seeing in the video, is that there's certain foods, meals, you are what you eat to a large extent. It seems like more and more true nowadays, at least in my opinion. And the partner made food for them, like literally made food for them that was based off of what they could eat, that was healthy and fulfilling and nutritious and good for their body and soul, literally, right? And it was their partner that did this for them, and then their partner had made an Instagram account and had a secret Instagram account that they didn't know about. And I know normally when people hear about that, what, my partner got another account, and then it really made me think, like, damn, we be having trauma responses for real, because a lot of us, when we dealt with partners that had other accounts, it was negative, it was toxic, they were lying, they were cheating, literally, they were breaking your heart. But in this particular case, the partner made another Instagram account, secret account, to showcase the meals that they were preparing for them, for their partner, for his wife, and it was like amazing foods, that were healthy and of quality for this person's particular health condition. And then they basically documented the whole process of him making this food, them making this food for their partner, for their wife, and boom, she was able to get pregnant, conceive, give birth, and then it was like a community, world global response to that. And then, everyone's like, oh my, people are retweeting it and sharing that TikTok that's on Twitter and retweeting it. And everyone's, leaving their captions and what have you, and quoting, I should say they're retweeting with a quote because it's Twitter. And everyone's just like, I can't wait to meet somebody like that. You can clearly tell that he loves her and she loves him. They love each other. And then it just really had me thinking again, everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves to have that type of love, that type of support, that type of happiness, that type of peace, that type of partnership. Some of us want multiple partnerships. Some of us are non-monogamous. Some of us are polyamorous. But some of us just want that one special person, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with you being monogamous and wanting to be in a monogamous, committed relationship. I think there's somebody out there for everybody, personally, and I think there's multiple people out there for us, and there's soul tribes and communities that are just for us. But I think that some of us are able to meet those people, those tribes, that person sooner or quicker, and then some of us don't meet those people or don't meet them as soon as we want to meet them. So it's kind of all over the place. You never really know. But it is nice to see that people do have that type of love, that person or those people or that soul tribe or that community for them, And I really do think too, patience is a virtue, and take the time to get to know people. And also, I'm just gonna, y'all always talk about preferences. Get your water, your H2O, and drink. But seriously, drink your water. But a lot of us, have our preferences, and I'm just gonna be honest. Sometimes your preference is why you are getting hurt, getting played, you're not meeting, you know, you have all of these qualities and traits that you are seeking and wanting, you know, and in many cases, I'm not gonna say many cases, in some cases, you have those very same qualities and traits. So it makes sense that you would also want somebody that has something similar to what you have, right? But then you have a particular preference that you go for that oftentimes falls short to what those qualities and traits that you're looking for, and the qualities and traits that you may have yourself. You're just looking for something similar, but that particular preference isn't happening. And and if you keep having that same experience, just a suggestion, just some advice, just a recommendation, maybe you should broaden your horizons. This reading rainbow, like, just broaden it a little bit. Date somebody that's not, who you would typically go for. Look at different people, okay? Because sometimes you are actively choosing shit that's not choosing you, but yet that's a prime example. Sometimes you are not your preference, and that's why it doesn't work out. And this is also why, you can have your preferences. You have every right to have your preferences. You can't tell anybody who they can be with or not be with. You can't force anybody to be with you or not be with you, etc. You have every right. Your body, your choice, right? Bodily autonomy, freedom, rights, right? So that's true. But if you keep going to something that keeps hurting you and that keeps causing you problems, don't you think after a while, just maybe you should make some changes or do something different? That's all I'm saying. But the gist of it is, it was a beautiful video, and it's amazing when you're around people that actually care about you and love you and want to see you thrive and want to see you happy and healthy and safe. Like, they really go out of their way to make sure that they can aid you to that, and provide that for you or help you get that, right? And then in many cases, you don't feel like you're going out of your way because you care about that person. So it's more of a second nature thing. Like, you just do it because you care. You don't feel like, I have to do all this extra work necessarily. Now, sometimes it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of weight. This is very true, and it can be hard and difficult. I'm not saying that it can't be. But for those of us that actually do, I think for some of us that actually care, because we're not all the same, right? We all have different, ways of doing things, feelings, thoughts, opinions, strengths, weakness, what have you, you know what I mean? But I do think that some of us, we just do it because that's just who we are and that's how we feel about you. So it's not like, but again, when people, in my opinion, when people care about you, things like that just happen. You find ways to help the people that you care about, that you love. And I think everyone deserves that. But I think that a lot of us need to kind of broaden our horizons when it comes to who we're going to talk to, what type of relationships we're going to have, our preferences, our dating selections, our friend selections, everything, jobs, you name it. It's just sometimes you need to make some changes. Anyways, I'm out.